Welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. What do you think about the battle between two invincible monsters, Doomsday versus Mangog? The confrontation between two destructive monsters, who will win? Mangog and Doomsday are two of the most powerful and terrifying entities in the Marvel and DC universes. Both are the embodiment of destruction, hatred, and unparalleled power. Mangog is a creature that carries the resentment of a race destroyed by Odin. He possesses power equal to the gods of Asgard, even able to confront Thor. Mangog has limitless strength, extraordinary durability, the ability to absorb energy, and an unquenchable rage. He once threatened to destroy Asgard and drain the Odinforce, causing the gods to fear. Doomsday, the god killer of the DC universe, is a creature created through thousands of deaths and rebirths, evolving into an invincible killing machine. He once killed Superman and has the ability to adapt to any attack. Each time he is defeated, he is resurrected stronger, immune to previous killing methods. Before we dive into the analysis, please click the subscribe button. Please remember to turn on notifications and click the bell icon. Thank you very much. Two of the most terrifying monsters are Doomsday from the DC universe and Mangog from Marvel. Doomsday is a pure killing machine. He has no thoughts or goals other than to destroy everything in front of him. He has one trait that makes his opponents fear him: the ability to adapt and become immune to anything that has ever killed him. This means that each time he is destroyed, he not only comes back, but he becomes stronger than before. This is what helped him defeat Superman, and even take down Darkseid, one of the most powerful beings in the DC universe. Doomsday is a living nightmare, a being born from a brutal experiment to create the ultimate destroyer. He is not just a killing machine, but also the embodiment of ultimate evolution in combat. Each time he is destroyed, he comes back stronger, immune to anything that has ever killed him before. No weapon can take him down the same way twice. Doomsday's physical strength far surpasses that of most beings in the universe. He once dealt a crushing blow to Superman, pushing Earth's mightiest hero to the brink of death in the epic battle of Metropolis. But even when faced with the most powerful forces of evil, he is not stopped. Darkseid, the all-powerful ruler of Apocalypse, was also brought down by Doomsday. No being has ever made this tyrant back down, except for him. Doomsday has no emotions, no fear, no mercy. He has only one instinct: destruction. Without planning, without regard for consequences, he tears apart everything in his path with sheer brutal force. Every battle with him is not just a life or death confrontation, but a brutal reminder that nothing in this world is truly invincible. Doomsday is an invincible war machine. Every attack against him only makes him stronger. Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, the greatest warriors in the universe have all tried their best to defeat him, but still cannot stop this monster forever. He stood firm against Darkseid's deadly Omega Beam, absorbed Green Lantern's energy blasts without being affected. The most terrifying thing about Doomsday is not only his terrible power, but also his ability to adapt more strongly. He never dies the same way twice. Each time he is defeated, his body immediately evolves to fight that threat in the future. When he confronts Superman, he grows kryptonite spikes from his body, turning Superman's weakness into his own weapon. Doomsday cannot be erased. He can be crushed, burned, even torn to pieces, but somehow he still comes back. Immortality is not just the ability to regenerate, but the curse of eternal destruction. Nothing can stop him, no one can escape. Once Doomsday appears, only devastation remains. Mangog is the embodiment of boundless rage. He was born from the hatred of billions of creatures destroyed by Odin, transforming into a being of near limitless power. Mangog has repeatedly overwhelmed Thor, defeated the Asgardian army, and even destroyed the Bifrost, the bridge between the realms. Not only is he physically strong, he also possesses magic, can sense magic, and can fire destructive energy beam. He is no ordinary being. He is the embodiment of primal hatred, forged from the resentment of billions of destroyed creatures. Born from pain and despair, he exists for only one purpose: to destroy everything. He is also the greatest enemy that Odin and Asgard have ever faced. Nothing can stop his advance, not even the gods or the mightiest warriors in the galaxy. No opponent can stand against him for long. Thor, the greatest warrior of Asgard, despite possessing divine power and the legendary hammer Mjolnir, is still not enough to suppress this monster. Whether alone or with the Avengers, the God of Thunder can only hold him back for a short time before being defeated. The most powerful attacks of Hulk, Iron Man, or Doctor Strange are like grains of sand before his destructive storm. His body has endurance far beyond any warrior, enduring lightning storms, explosions of cosmic energy without diminishing. He does not tire, does not weaken, does not stop. There is only one outcome when he appears: absolute destruction. Mangog is not just a creature, he is a living rage, fueled by hatred that never runs out. He carries within him the power of an entire destroyed race, a storm of revenge sweeping through the universe. Nothing can weaken him because hatred is fuel and resentment never disappears. When Mangog attacked Asgard, not even the mightiest warriors of the realm could stop him. The divine army was swept away like fallen leaves before a storm. No sword could pierce him, no shield could stop him. Weapons powerful enough to destroy a star were reduced to dust when they met Mangog. But Mangog was not a destroyer of mere physical strength. He possessed immense magical power, could sense magic, change shape to deceive his enemies, and even shoot destructive beams from his burning eyes. No strategy was sophisticated enough, no magic powerful enough to seal him away forever. Even the armor of destruction that contained the soul of Frigga, the mother of all, was easily crushed by him. Not a single god of Asgard could stop him. The Allfather, the supreme ruler, was defeated. Odinson, the greatest warrior of the blood gods, even with the fury of a storm and a legendary hammer, was no match for Mangog. He could manipulate energy, using ancient magic to seal Loki in a block of black amber so that the great trickster could not escape. Throughout history, no one could destroy him forever, except the Rune King Thor. With a wave of his hand, this god at the height of his power obliterated Mangog. But even then, he remained a formidable threat, and in the end, Jane Foster as Thor thrust him into the sun, where not even his hatred could rise again. Subscribe to the channel, it helps us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best, thank you very much! When two ultimate rages confront, there is only absolute destruction. Doomsday and Mangog are both war machines, creatures born to destroy and cannot be stopped by conventional power. They are the embodiment of pure violence, using physical strength far beyond all limits to crush their opponents. Every time Doomsday is killed, he is instantly resurrected, immune to the method that defeated him before. This makes him stronger and stronger, becoming an almost invincible entity. Superman, Darkseid, the rulers of the universe cannot destroy him forever. But Mangog is not simply a destructive machine, he is a horror nourished by the hatred of billions of destroyed lives. He surpassed Thor, defeated Odin, destroyed the Bifrost, and even tore apart the Destroyer's armor with ease. A gaping wound opened up in the universe, two destructive entities carrying a primal fury. Mangog roared, his scream tearing apart the silence of the endless void. He carried the resentment of billions of souls that had been erased by the gods. His giant claws clenched. He yearned to crush everything that bore the mark of divinity. His fiery eyes scanned the galaxy, searching for worthy prey. Doomsday, a monster that knew no concept of pain or fear, stood still for a moment. Bone armor protruded from his body, sharp as death blades. The space around him shook as they rushed into each other, colliding like two planets crashing together. Mangog swung his giant fist, crushing the nearby asteroid into cosmic dust. Doomsday roared, the bone blade in his hand digging straight into the flesh of his enemy. A raging sandstorm swept across the devastated planet, but it was no match for the fury of the two monsters fighting. Doomsday, the invincible destroyer, roared madly. He charged forward like a living meteor, his armored fists slamming down with enough force to crush mountains. The space around him distorted under the terrible pressure. Mangog did not dodge. He took the blow full force, only taking a step back. His fiery eyes flashed with contempt, and then his giant claws swung out at incredible speed. The claws cut through the air, creating streaks of crimson light. Mangog's terrifying blow sent Doomsday flying like a giant bullet, tearing apart the ground below. He crashed through dozens of giant stone pillars before his body fell motionless in the rubble. But in an instant, the ground shook. From the rubble, Doomsday rose, his eyes glowing red like two pits of fire. The bone armor on his body had thickened harder, as if the previous blow had only made him stronger. Without a moment's hesitation, he charged again, faster, more ferociously. Mangog grinned a savage smile. The two charged at each other, and the explosion from the collision set the sky ablaze. The ground cracked, space shook under the terrifying power of the two destruction machines. Doomsday roared, his body continuing to evolve at an unimaginable speed. Each blow from Mangog did not weaken him, but only made him stronger, more dangerous. With a ferocious punch, Doomsday pierced Mangog's thick skin, crushing one of his arms. Pieces of torn flesh flew everywhere, but Mangog did not scream in pain. The hateful energy of billions of screaming souls in his body rose. The destroyed flesh and bones regenerated instantly, but Mangog's body did not stop there. Glowing, streams of hatred swirling around him like a divine storm. He reached out, grabbing Doomsday before the monster could react. Mangog lifted Doomsday up, then slammed him into the ground with enough force to level a planet. Each time Doomsday was smashed, the planet's surface shook violently. Large chunks were torn apart, lava erupted from giant cracks. Doomsday continued to evolve at a terrifying rate. The bone armor on his body thickened, becoming an impenetrable shield. Attacks no longer hurt him. But Mangog was no ordinary being. He was lifeless in the conventional sense, and therefore he could not be destroyed in any way. The anger of billions of souls within Mangog reached its peak. Mangog's punch was not only aimed at Doomsday, but also tore through reality. A blow enough to level galaxies, enough to crush a star. Space shook, light flashed like a supernova. Doomsday was reborn, but not the same. He had adapted, he had evolved into an even more terrible form. His armor was thicker, his power was greater, his eyes glowed. No longer just mindless rage, but pure will, an unstoppable machine of destruction. Mangog had no way to kill Doomsday and stop him. You could only defeat or kill Doomsday by erasing every molecule of him, turning him into atoms, or you had to be a reality warper. Doomsday would only continue to adapt and evolve from every battle with Mangog. The same could be said of Mangog. Mangog could not be killed or defeated by Doomsday, for he was the living embodiment of the hatred and revenge of billions of beings. He fed on the anger and hatred of the beings around him. And Doomsday is filled with nothing but anger and hatred for all living things. With each battle, Doomsday will only fuel Mangog, making him stronger. Mangog is very powerful, and the fact that he is the physical and collective embodiment of the hatred of billions and billions of souls is completely broken. However, Doomsday is the winner here. Everything, literally everything that Mangog can throw at him, physical attacks, shockwave attacks, fire attacks, Doomsday has adapted to be immune to, meaning Mangog can't actually kill him. While Mangog can use Doomsday's hatred to become stronger, Doomsday is faster than Flash, and Doomsday will be able to kill Mangog before he even knows what's happening. I hope you enjoy this fight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's today's video. Thank you so much.